Tom's tips for 2015. Tip number 1. Make the material on your website easy to review. You provide a product or service, make it easy to review those. Alright? Very important. Customers who enjoy what you do will not hunt for a place to put a review. But if it's readily available, for instance, if they can vote on a scale of 1 to 10, how they like your service, your product, they'll do it, right? You'll get more people that will respond to that than won't, you know. But if you make it like that, to click here and then click there, and it's not going to happen. The only people that'll do all that clicking are people who want to just flame you, okay? So make it easy for people to review your product, your service, your website, your information, that sort of thing. Tip number 2. You want to respond to negative reviews. I didn't used to think you should. I used to think, well, if somebody's putting negative stuff about you out there, just let it croak. Bury it underneath the positive information. And for reputation management, that still works. But as regards reviews, what Google wants to see, what Yelp wants to see, the smart money way of doing this is to give a customer service response to a less than stellar review. You know, how can we help you, to be more satisfied? What could be improved about your experience as a customer? I'm sorry to hear that you weren't completely satisfied with our, product or service. We strive to have every customer fully satisfied with what we do. How can we make this right for you? How can we help? Okay, so it's the customer service approach as opposed to just burying the bad review with good reviews. And that's actually become an important thing. All right, number 3. This is more in the technical area, but this is if the title of your web page is about oranges and the description of your web page is about California and Florida oranges, you don't want to have your content be about watermelon. It's just the idea is that everything should be in alignment. Your title, your description, and your content on your web page should all match up. This makes you easier to understand for Google. This makes you easier to understand for your readership, okay? So that's a good way to present your information in such a way that it can be found on search and that people who are looking at it are the people that were looking for information of this sort, okay, is to have your title, your description, and your content all in alignment. Okay, next, visual branding. Very, very, very important since everybody looks for everything on the internet and they're all looking at their smartphones, okay? So it can't be blah, 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 too much, all right? People do not want to read a whole bunch of blah, blah while they're looking for something on a smartphone. What you want to do is you want to get across what it is you do, where you do it, with a photo or some other kind of image. It could be a well-executed drawing, whatever it is, it's a visual. And you look at that and you go, oh, I get it. I see what this is all about. There should be that moment of recognition. A short video works too. 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute. If you go over a minute, it better be compelling, okay? Because people will not devote a huge amount of time to you until they get to see what problem you solve, what benefit you provide. At that point, it's like, oh, sure, show me a 5-minute video, but not in the beginning, not while you're first sort of introducing yourself. Home page stuff, 30-second, 45-second, 60-second video. All right, so the idea is to visually present that voodoo that you do. All right, next is attach text to your videos. Very, very important to use captions or on the technical side, alt tags or again descriptions. What you want to do, because Google doesn't look at videos. Google is not acknowledging your video. They're not viewing it and critiquing it. What they're doing is they're looking at the text connected to your video. So if it's got a good alt tag, if it's got an excellent caption that says what this video is, Introduction to electric paper cutters. You know, whatever it happens to be. If you're giving an informative title and you're attaching that to your video, then Google knows what it is. Your viewers, your visitors know what it is. See? Good for everybody. Your focus keyword needs to be in the first paragraph of your information. This is Journalism 101, and it's actually a great way to write content. You write as if you are relaying your information to someone who's passing out, okay? So you want to make sure you get all your important points, or as many of them as possible, into that first paragraph. Okay, that's when you've got most of their attention. And as they start to nod out, you know, you can take up the less important things, or you can expound upon the points that you've made in that first paragraph. But the point is that you want to get your most important stuff, your focus keywords, your important information in that first paragraph, okay? This way, people will hopefully go, oh, that's interesting, and wish to read on. All right. Yeah, this goes back to Google's Hummingbird Advanced semantic search, but you want to not just use your keyword. Example, all right, you're a cigar store, so your keyword is cigars and other things related to that. Let's say one of the features you offer is a smoking lounge, so you can try these fine cigars, okay? Smoking lounge is a great supporting keyword for cigar. What? How could that be? It doesn't say cigar. Yeah, I know. But it says smoking lounge. And that kind of stuff, you know, Cubans, just by itself, Cubans. See, for cigar smokers, these are great words. These are very good supporting keywords. Sure, you still use your keyword cigar, but you're not just going cigar, 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 cigar. You know, you can say cigar, you can mention your smoking lounge, you can mention a fine selection of illegal Cubans that you have on hand. You know, you're using other words aside from that one descriptive word. You're using supporting keywords with your keyword, okay? This is tip number 8, we're up to 8 already, is you want to provide unique information and how-to. Google loves how-tos. What they want you to do is to share your expertise. You have all this knowledge, you know all this stuff about that stuff that you do. Good. Google wants you to share that. Okay? That's highly regarded. You do well with that. Google wants you to let others know what it is you know. Caching for faster loading. Yeah, your pages have got to load fast. People are not going to sit there waiting for the computer to load, you know, like, Dankeschön, darling, Dankeschön. No. Not going to work. Not a 21st century way to play it, okay? Now, one way to make your stuff faster loading is with caching and all that, but this is getting into kind of a technical area. I wanted to just lightly touch on technical topics. You can reach me at numberonontheList.com, and I'll be happy to discuss caching with you. Last one is number 10 of 10, is you want to be one click away from social media. All right, so very, very easily, if you see something, if your visitor sees something interesting, they should be able to tweet it. They should be able to mention it on Facebook. They should be able to, in some way, get into their social media stuff with one click easily from where you are. Not 7 clicks to find you somewhere, but one click away from social media. You can do that with a floating bar of social buttons. You can do that in a number of ways. Also, all of your important content should be one click away from home. This has to do with the structure of your website. All right. If the important thing that you do is that you evaluate diamonds, just exactly what a diamond is worth, that's what you do, okay? You don't want to have diamond evaluation where you go from home, you go to gemstones. From gemstones, you go down to diamonds. From diamonds, you go to evaluation of... No. If that's one of the main things you do, You want to be able to go from home to evaluating diamonds. One click. Okay? That's a site structure comment. Alright, so there you go. There's 10 tips, real quick. Your site needs to be easy for visitors to place reviews. You need to give a customer service type response to any negative reviews. Number 3. Titles, descriptions, and content all need to be in alignment. Number 4. Visual branding. Use videos, use images, and brand yourself visually. Number 5. Attach text to your videos, okay? To your videos, to your visuals. Because a visual by itself, Google doesn't understand it. You know, Google will pick up on the title that you attach to an image or the alt tag, but they're not going to pick up on the image itself. Okay, next is your keywords. You want to use the focus keyword in the first paragraph. Again, that's like you're writing to somebody who's passing out, which might not be too far from the truth. Next is number 7, your main keyword and your supplemental keywords. It's so 20th century to take a particular keyword and hammer it to death. You know, if one of the things your establishment does is you serve beer, you don't want to be saying beer, 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 beer. You don't want to do that. You want to talk about, you know, you provide ale, you have craft brews, you have imported beers, whatever. You want to vary that. You sure use your keyword once in a while, say beer, but you can also refer to it other ways. Use supporting keywords, okay? Next is your unique information and how-tos. Sharing your expertise is the key to this, and this has been true for a long time. Google finds it of value for you to share your expertise. So you want to share your expertise. If Google likes it, you should like it. Next is you want to use caching for fast loading. Bottom line, your site has to load fast. Nobody's going to sit there and wait for 20 minutes while these huge images you've got are loading, right? It has to go quick. And the last one of my top 10 is 1 click to social and 1 click from home for all your important stuff. You want people to be able to access their social media right away from your page. If somebody sees something cool, you want them to be able to tweet it right away, okay? They shouldn't have to, you know, exit your site and go over to Twitter. Now, because it's not going to happen. The more trouble it is, the more definitely it's not going to happen. So to get people to tweet about you, to mention you on Facebook, things like that, you want to give them access. Be you know, 1 click away. All right? So that's everything. In fact, I said everything twice. So that's 10 tips for 2015 times 2, okay? Thank you.